Hello guys, it's been a long while. I hope everybody is doing fine. Welcome to this video. In this video, we're going to be talking about introduction to CSS. We have done really great lately. We have done past HTML. We have learned how to display structure HTML elements on our web page, and also we did a basic introduction to CSS. So in this video I'm going to show you how you can implement CSS in your project. So basically, as we said in our last class, CSS is cascading style sheet. It is used to style HTML elements. It is what we use to make a web page or a website looks beautiful, and it's what we use to structure our web page as well. So now we have three ways whereby you can insert CSS into your web page. So we have three basic ways where you can insert CSS into your web page, and one of those ways is what we call the external CSS. So the way the external CSS works is you have an external file that stores your CSS codes, and you then link that external file to your HTML web page. So yeah, let's go into a practical and see how it's been done. So there's an element we call the link tag. So basically what the link tag does is it helps you to link your style sheets to your document. And note that the link tag is always placed between the head elements. It's placed in between the head elements. So now we have declared our link tag. So the link tag has some important attributes that we have to be aware of. So we have the rel. The rel just like telling you the type of what we call the type of style that we are using. Then also it has this type attribute. So the type of attribute tells us what's the contents of the file. So we have like a text and CSS file. So the href, if you can remember when we did the linking and we talked about the anchor tag in our HTML tutorial, we discussed about the href, and we said the href is an attribute that helps you to link to another page. So the href simply stands for hyperreference. So it helps us to reference to a page a different page in our project. So now let's call our style sheet, our CSS file. So we'll call it style.css. So style.css, currently we don't have this style.css, so we have to create a file called style.css. So let's create a new file, Ctrl N, and let's just do like a body. Let's do a basic styling. So this is the body element. I want to style the body, so let's give the body a background color. So I say background color red. Right, so let's save it. So we're going to call this style.css and save it in the same directory with our index file, our HTML file. So you click save. Now you can see the color has changed. So this means the editor now knows that this is a CSS file. If you look down here, you notice the extension has changed to CSS because we just rename it to style.css. So now we have our style.css on our HTML page already. So let's refresh our page and see what we get. So you can see, guys, so what we just did right now is to link this file to this file. So the style sheet on this file is now referencing the elements we have on this file. So from here you can declare any style you want. So right now this design doesn't look really nice, so let's add a bit of color to it. So let's make the default color to be white. So let's save and refresh. So this is white. So let's add some new elements. So let's say div. Let's add a division tag. So inside our division tag we have a paragraph that says this is my first CSS page. So let's close it up. So let's do a little bit fun. Let's have fun with that div element. So we're going to reference the div element like we talked about in the last class. The syntax for a CSS code is we have, this is the element, this is what we are referencing to. This is the selector. This is the selector, sorry. The selector is actually the HTML element or a reference to an element, while this is the attributes and this is the value. So our selector is the body of the HTML page. So now we are referring to a different selector on our page, which is the div selector. So let's make the div background color. Color to be white. So let's save and see what we have. So you can see, remember we said in our last class, in our HTML class, the div is what we use to structure elements on our page. So the div is a block level element that serves as a container. So currently you can see how it is showing. So let's add a bit of padding to it. I'm going to explain this concept later, but let us display what we have. So understand what we're doing. Yeah. But our text is not showing. Remember, we have text inside. The reason why the text is not showing because we have already set a color for a universal color for all the elements, because the body is like a parent to every other element. So any style we add here will affect every other element. So, but we can override it here by specifying a color for the paragraph. So let's say black. And let's save it. You can see our page now showing. So guys, this is how you link. This is how you do external linking to your CSS file. So in our next class we talked about how you can do the internal listing and the inline listing. So I'll see you in the next class. Bye for now.